You know, back in my day, kids under the age of 10 years old never had cell phones, and even if they did, they looked something like this. For kids these days, however, a smartphone for school or to communicate with their friends can be essential. But you don't want your kids seeing crap like this on their phone, do you? Well, we bought a phone that claims to let the parents control everything that goes on with their kid's device, and in this video, we'll test it out and see if it's any good. Oh, here she is, the Gab Phone 4 Pro. So it says Samsung in the middle, but that's okay. Taking that out of the packaging. Yep, just looks like a fairly normal Samsung A something. I like this blue finish thing going on with the reflections. Looks pretty cool. Very nice, there it goes. I kind of want to see what the initial setup process is like for this phone. Like, what exactly can you do with it before you do all the parent stuff? Wait, does this phone have a headphone jack? Oh, that's sick. This device belongs to your organization Gab Wireless. And yeah, you can kind of get an idea of how this phone works. It's not actually like a normal phone that you can buy from like a store and it will just like work the way you want. It's managed or owned by this Gab Wireless company. And then you as a parent can use your phone or computer or whatever to manage what's going on with the device. Oh, we actually have like apps and stuff pre-installed and the Play Store is ready to go. What is this Play Store? That's not the Play Store. This looks nothing like the Play Store. What am I looking at? YouTube. So it pulls up a bunch of apps that I guess are YouTube adjacent, but it's not actually searching through the Play Store for apps to install. Per your administrator, this app may not be uninstalled. Wow. Find teacher-approved apps and games kids enjoy. Sure. Oh, the Knox browser was installed by my admin. Oh, good. Everything here is teacher-approved. It's not showing me any apps. I don't know if we have like full access to the Play Store in this situation. It just seems like it's going to show you the apps that are installed and if it has any updates for them. In fact, there's a lot of apps going on. Oh geez. It immediately connected to a network, I guess with our SIM card already set up. And it wanted to look for an update, although we're already up to date. Okay. Anyway, what else is on here? We got a Notes app, you know, the normal Samsung stuff, clock, My Files. Actually, My Files is kind of interesting. What can you see on this? Internal storage, 20 gigabytes of 128. 20 gigs are taken up by something? I don't think we're going to be able to see what's taking that space up. Anyway, Knox Manage. What does this do? If compromised OS detected, device will be locked out due to compliance policy. What is this? Anyway, one of the interesting things about this device that I wanted to talk about at some point is that they have their own proprietary apps, like Gab Maps, Gab Music, Gab Weather. My assumption is that these are designed to lock down all internet access and prevent your kid from doing anything nasty with the weather app. What are you doing with the weather app? I don't want to know.
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
We got a browser already installed. What is this going to let me do? The URL you have requested is blocked. The URL from opening the browser? How do I do things? Gab.com/activate. That's blocked? All right, the app doesn't do anything. You can't use the browser. What does Gab Maps do? Where am I right now? This is not where I am. This is Utah.
This is beans.
I have no idea what kind of like map software they're using here, or like what it's based off of. It kind of just looks like Google Maps. Security policy restricts you from stopping this application. I was just closing it in the whatever. Can I do like basic stuff like use the camera? Yeah, that's working fine. Anyway, I want to look at the settings real quick. Sometimes there's like little things you can mess with, surprisingly. Oh, interesting. We already have a phone number. This is also using Android 14. Google Play System Update, January 24. Seems a little old. Anyway, I skipped over it earlier, but this is just a normal Samsung Galaxy A15. Oh, it's from 2023? It's getting pretty old. If I try tapping the build number, it just pops up this thing, action not allowed. They know what I'm trying to do. Although I do have some plans of ways we may be able to break this thing wide open. Well, that's for later, that's for later. For now, let's just go ahead and set up our account stuff and see what the parent experience is like for the Gab phone. All right, let's see here. I checked out the website that they told me to go to. Congrats on your new Gab device. I actually have an account already, so let's go ahead and sign into this. You'll need to download and open the My Gab app to continue setting up your child's Gab Phone 4 Pro. Okay, seems simple enough. My Gab, 1.7 stars. Oh no. How possibly are the reviews that bad? What? How? It worked okay, so many glitches and problems. Buggy and burdensome. This person having issues with the watch update. That's a thing they sell. In fact, that's like the entry-level thing that this company sells. They have a smartwatch. Well, let's go ahead and install it and see what our experience is gonna be like. All right, it's installed. I have to sign in again. That's kind of annoying. Welcome to the new My Gab app. You gotta come up with a better name. There's something about that sounds so gross. Telling you about some location stuff. Okay, is that Utah? Is this like the same area we were looking at earlier? Kind of checks out a phone like this will be made in Utah. If you know, you know. Now, it should theoretically show that the phone and my phone are in like basically the same place, but we'll look more into that in a moment. Let's see, what is this down here? Not assigned Gab Phone 4 Pro, assign. Okay, here we go. Here's where I put in the child info. All right, here we go. I got a lovely photo of the Drayton. His birthday is 04/25/1953. Yeah, it lets me do it. Okay. All right, now I think I can go back to this phone and we can hit this big old button, start setup. All right, this looks like the normal Android setup stuff. I just have to go through, connect to Wi-Fi, a few other things like that. It's getting really laggy. Do you guys see that? Like, it's really having trouble with the notification drawer. Surprisingly, we were able to use most of this stuff before without signing into anything, but oh, I see my 70-year-old child's icon up here. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't know how much of the screen I'm gonna let you guys see because I don't really want to tell you exactly where I'm located. That's a little weird. But we can see that Drayton is kind of close to us. The phones are right next to each other. It says he's 0.10 miles away. Close enough? We have another app here I've been very curious to open up. We have the Gab Music app. This is their own version of like Spotify or Apple Music. What kind of music is this gonna have? Stream hits, not explicits. Ooh, we even get Gab Music Plus. Oh, the performance. Oh my God, it's really bad. I'm very curious to see what kind of music they have on here and like how many songs do they have? We got the Bruno Mars. So they go through all the albums and they just like select a handful of songs that aren't explicit, I guess. I wanna see the most like cursed artists they have on here. Let's just do something generic. Let's just look for Metallica. Perfect. Okay, you know, look, metal used to be fairly controversial in certain parts of this country, so you never know. Maybe the entire genre got banned from the app. But no, they got a handful of songs. And by a handful, I mean 7. They have 7 tracks. Oh, they actually have a metal playlist. You know, there's some interesting choices in here. All right, let's just try playing some music. You guys won't hear anything, obviously, but I'm gonna try this. What kind of info can we get about the song, though? And where is this even coming from? Like, where is this streaming from? They have Devil Driver on here? I don't know, man. It just seems a little antithetical to the target audience, if you know what I'm saying. See, this is part of the fun. Like, you don't even have to look at the songs. Like, some of the band names in metal are, like, already explicit. Like, you're gonna allow Rotting Christ to be on your kid's phone. In fact, looking into it with all the rap aficionados in the office, it seems like they've banned a lot more rap music than metal, which, I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. That seems weird. Anyway, that was fun checking that out. We saw the Gab Maps, we saw Gab Music, and Gab Weather as well. That was pretty simple. Does the Knox browser do anything, or do I have to enable this stuff on parents' end still? Yeah, I think I do. All right, let me take a closer look at the app and see what we can do with this. How does this work? Is this just like a random curated list of apps? Let's just try this flashcard app. App enabled. To add the card to the phone, go to the Google Play Store and download the app. Let's go ahead and try this out. We'll open the Play Store like we did earlier, and there it goes. Okay, actually it already installed it for us. That's kind of weird. That's not what the website said at all, but there it is. And yeah, sure enough, that works just fine. Okay, that's actually the pretty decent way to set that up, I would say. Can we install YouTube? No results. Show denied apps. Interesting. So if they have apps that they have not approved, they still show up here, but they show as denied. Oh, and they tell you why they denied it. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I can't get Roblox on here? Also exposes children to risks like predators, cyberbullying, inappropriate content, and in-game spending. Facts. Now, what I want to know is there like a way to force it through anyway? I don't see anything for that. Maybe I can do something like that in the settings? I have to log in again. Bro, what? Well, I guess this is a good time to go over some of the other account info we got here. The plan we have at the moment is $40 a month, by the way. So the phone was $200. The plan is, again, $40 a month. All plans have unlimited talk and text and spam blocking and no internet, no social media. Starting with our plan, we have the OS, okay, good. Text and Gab Guard and Messenger and the cloud backups and the preset parent-enabled apps. Okay, Gab Music Plus, we saw that. Image and group texting. I think the cheaper plans, first of all, not that much cheaper. $5 a month less. You get like a different kind of music app. It's radio style Wi-Fi only. So you don't get to like pick your individual artists and like save them like you would use on Spotify or Apple Music or whatever. And then you don't get any kind of group texting. You get a very basic Gab Music. I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. And probably some other limitations. That's $30 a month. Now, what's really not clear is how much data are you actually getting? I don't know, just it doesn't say how much data you get. We can see monthly usage, 0 text, 0 minutes, and it tells you when it's unhealthy. Okay. I can also click the Add Apps button here. What if I want to add an app that's not approved by Gab? All right, guys, well, I ended up looking a little more into this whole like installing third-party apps thing, and if you can like circumvent some of the limitations that Gab has on specific apps like YouTube. And I stumbled across this facts page on their website. And for the most part, it's just fairly normal, generic questions you would see. But this gets into some interesting parts of the device that I don't really understand. Like, there's this question here. I don't have access to third-party apps on my Gab Phone 4 Pro. That's the phone we have, in case you forgot. Third-party apps are only available on the advanced plan. Our standard and starter plans do not include third-party apps. You can't install apps unless you pay for a certain subscription. That's okay, that's a decision. But we looked at this earlier, and the denied apps, they have no install options. And this means that as a parent, if you personally think that it's like, well, I don't have a problem with this app, fine, let's install the Messenger Kids app. That seems like it'd be fine, right? But what the website is basically showing is that if you don't have a certain plan, you can't even install these apps, the approved apps. You're pretty much stuck with the apps that they personally make and install on the phone for you. I don't know. It's something like Doodle Jump, just a totally normal game. You got Kids Doodle and that's it. Nowhere do they really mention the fact that you as a parent, you can't force apps through. It all must be run through Gab's services or something. I can't log into the Taco Bell app. Why is there a question just about this specific app? How many times are people asking about the T-Bell? Well, really, at this point, I mean, what I would do with the phone is start, like, installing some apps, seeing how it runs, see how the general phone experience. But the fact that I can't even get, like, YouTube up and running on here, it's like, can you even call this a smartphone? Who knows? I didn't check out this Gab Messenger, so I guess we can open this up and see how this works. All right, we got Gab Messenger messaging us saying, hey there. Well, that's a lot of texts. Oh my. We're thinking of changing our app's name. Help us pick a cool new name by voting in the poll below. Gab Chat, Gab Messenger, Gab Messenger, Gab Chatter. Ugh. Dude, don't say that. That's bad. There is one last thing I want to try, though. Something I've never tried on a kid's phone before. Mostly because I don't think kids would usually run into this situation. I want to try plugging this into my car to see if it works with Android Auto. Maybe it'll let me get past some of the restrictions somehow. I don't know. Could happen. Could happen. All right, guys, I got the Gab phone here. We're going to go ahead and plug it into my car and see what happens. Okay, guys, I took a closer look at the settings here. All the way at the bottom here is Android Auto. If I hit that, it just says action not allowed, setting is not available. So yeah, getting it to show up as a little like MP3 player type thing is about the only thing you're doing with this phone in a car. Oh, Drayton, my child, come hither. Your phone is ready.
Thank you, Father.
No problem, my 70-year-old son. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video going over the Gab phone, and let me know down in the comments how you think it compares to some of the other kids' phones we've seen in the past. You have seen those other videos before though, right? Click right here if you missed one, come on now.